don't know what the fuck was said. I don't know a damn thing that was said on that chat. I like the book. I see the good. See the business.
That's just insane. You don't average at least 36.
Oh yeah, they ain't never had these.
I don't remember the trades.
Not like those.
Every weekend, $10,000 is on the line in My Team at King of the Court, presented by AT&T. Defensive guy 23 topped the competition in week 26, putting a brief pause on Ty CFB's remarkable 9-week domination streak. However, Ty returned to the throne in week 27's action. You could be next. Get your games in and get ready for each weekend's biggest battle in King of the Court. We have an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV for you, starting right now.
That's what I was thinking. They gonna play some
watching NBA 2K TV. Make sure you check out my playing team if you want to play. J Buckets 114. We're ready for all the smoke, man. We're ready for all the smoke.
With the NBA regular season reaching its end, we've been showcasing some of the rookies that have made an
it gets to the point where if I basically spend money on this player in college, does it transfer over to the player in the NBA?
To say about 2K, and he also had some sound advice for you, so listen up.
And the crazy thing is, you don't even have to spend money on your player. They just stay private.
That's what I'm saying. NBA 2, we talking about 2K at this point.
EA was really cooking up this year. I'm not gonna lie. You load up the game, immediately you are shooting around on an outdoor college campus court with Blake Griffin. This is such a great touch. Honestly, makes me visualize exactly what a college park experience could look like. 2K decided to do it. I think we all know, like, the features aren't going to be all the way there in comparison with 2K, but at least we can kind of see how the presentation is different. Just like 2K8, we got the classic no-name roster. You don't avoid any of that old licensing rules, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out who is Kentucky.
Jamon, welcome to NBA 2K TV. Now you're getting scanned for NBA 2K26. I know you play 2K, so what's that experience going to be like for you to see your face in the game?
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really kind of weird, but at the same time shocking. I'm gonna have a lot of emotions, you know, going into it. I think when I first put in the game and I'm gonna go get my player, like seeing my face on there is really gonna be kind of surreal. You know what I mean? You see a lot of your favorite players growing up and their face scans and all that, and then you try to do a little face
I was
scan.
back. I'll come back with they.
It's gonna be like actually having your face.
Like they pregame.
What was the
They
first
pregame shit when they was
2K
having
that you
fans outside,
remember playing?
tailgating and shit like that.
Probably 2K9, 2K10. I think that was probably the start of when I started playing like by myself without like my dad's help. And then ever since then, it was just every year I got more and more into it, and I started becoming more and more of a basketball fan. So 2K just, man, it was like my right hand man. Honestly, I was always on the game, always.
Do you think you have more knowledge of basketball on the court from playing 2K in the game?
Absolutely. The different reads that I have to make, especially now because I'm on the Pro-Am team and stuff, so the reads I have to make at point guard is honestly similar to the reads you would see in real life. You know, if you're driving down the court and somebody helps, being able to kick it out to the corner, kick it out to the wing, or, kind of seeing different actions that you can play in the Pro-Am, different defenses and stuff like that. You can really get deep into it and it can, really translate to real life in my opinion.
Pro-Am team? Let's talk about it.
So, it's going to be interesting, but I have a Pro-Am team. It's a family team. So, my dad, me, my uncles, and my brother. So it's a crazy family team. But, every season we've gotten better and better. And, I think we're hitting our stride right now.
If you get an NBA logo, that means people are going to come for you.
Yeah.
No more shakiness. You got to bring the heat.
Oh, I'm ready. Trust me, I'm ready. That was one of the main things that I've been wanting.
And for your player in the game, what badges do you think that should be attributed to your player?
On-ball minutes. That's interceptor for sure. Honestly, I feel like I should have every defensive badge on Legend. If you ask me, I feel like I should have every defensive badge on Legend. I feel like I should also have some shooting badges, Deadeye. I feel like I should have like silver, gold. I might not get that at first, but my plan is when I get to the NBA, I start playing more. I can kind of build my rating up and get my badges up more and more, and I can see my progression as the year goes.
You mentioned defense. I know defense is a big part of your game. What do you think that you can bring to this team?
Man, that like you said, defense is probably the number one thing. It's what I do. It's what I've held my hat on ever since I was little, and I think that's what wins games. But honestly, speaking of winning, like I don't want to be known as the best defender or the best shooter or the best. I want to be known as the best winner. That's kind of been my trademark ever since I was in high school. Is being a really good winner and somebody that can go out and do whatever the team needs them to do to get that win.
And for players who are maybe choosing Memphis and are playing with you on the team, how can they maximize their game using your player?
That's a great question. I would probably say guarding full court is going to be big. I think on the offensive end, catching and shooting the ball, I feel like I'm going to be a good, reliable three-point shooter as far as catching and shooting. But also getting out in transition and getting kick-aheads, using my ability to get downhill and make great passes, just kind of using my ability to make a lot of winning plays. I feel like that's the best way to kind of use the build that I'm going to have in the game, and obviously just making the whole team better as far as yourself as well.
So you have a Pro-Am team. Give us some tips for players who want to get on a Pro-Am team or on a Pro-Am team, and maybe it's a little shaky like you were.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably the main thing for me is when you start losing or you have a bad stretch of losses, figure out what the problem is. It could be a build thing, it could be a lineup thing, it could be a defensive thing, but kind of finding your niche on what kind of identity you want your team to have and kind of sticking to it. So if you want to be a team that plays really fast, may have some more turnovers, but has a lot of threes, do that and kind of stick with it. If you want to be a team that's really locking on the defense, running a lot of plays, stick with it and do it. But don't be upset if you start losing, because there are some really, really good Pro-Am teams out there, but losing makes you better in the long run. So stick with what you have, look at your build lineup, and go from there.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV. Make sure you check out his Pro-Am team, go against him head-to-head. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be
But ultimately, I took inspiration from my boy Stan 101, tailored it to my play style. This is what I came up with: a two-way mid-tank combo guard. Yeah, that's a nasty thing. And I'm not even going into heavy detail about my build this year, because the moment I do, that's when I start cooking me in the comments. But I wanted something I could play the point position with, a high ball handle and high passer, while being able to be solid across the board. I don't know, but I feel pretty confident about it. Since 2K got rid of the appreciation this year for the crew.
Out of all the 2K that we had, which one did you think is like the best player?
But if you already know what he's been playing this year, you need to get into the crew ASAP. Because the reward you get for just being a part of one is insane. You get extra cap rates and PC boosts just for leveling up within your crew. And as you guys will see,
That's one nigga on 2K23. I had to get like a 99 jump shot with that nigga. Yeah, he couldn't do shit. That nigga couldn't do shit. But yeah, like I think 2K23 had like a nigga really crazy as jump shot. Shit was just getting football. I've been making 99 since then, 99 3-point niggas, but they haven't been the same since then. They've been making the jump shot shit so inconsistent. Maybe the Zens fucked it up and shit like that. For sure. I got you. This video, that nigga say he's gonna be a 99 wall without spending no PC. I know.
I know they're not taking away my 2,500 BC. Y'all took away the only good thing I like about this game. There are a lot of season challenges and rewards this year, but I'm not going to act like losing my guaranteed 2,500 BC this year. But I guess they tried to make up for it on the daily bid. At least I guess now it's easy. Okay, they give me 2,000 BC.
I do be loving not being enough to start this thing.
It's kind of cool. I have no protection. I have no helmet, no D-pad. I fall off this thing. My NBA career is over. Oh, I made it by just a second. For some of my friends, I was able to hop on. I was great to be able to because even though I don't intend on playing hard right away, these guys don't have no talent in the league. I just want to get our ranks up while it's hard. You can get brought back to hardest shooting, but let's just say be careful with y'all this sport because it might get tough. One thing I care about is how much PC they can do. Because they went from 700 to 50. And I'm the 500. At this point, they might as well put it down. Alright, how much I get? Oh my god, they only do give you 100 BC! What the fuck? What was that game? Overall, two games really out there trying to catch up everywhere that I was doing last year. The goal was being, I wasn't there to get a workout in, and they keep the drop back boxing, which surprisingly they made even easier this year. But at least finishing your workout is faster than top around. And right now, you got to that for a while, and now it's time to start the out-of-bounds storyline. And I'm letting y'all know right now, I have myself here because I cannot stand the voice this year.
I can't either, man.
Christmas.
I'm just not doing it, but you guys are starting off. You need to be doing it. Trust me, this year is long.
They made a long ass storyline and shit.
On top of that, when you do the challenges, you get the BC from the game and the challenge. In this cutscene, I had to go the first time I saw it, but these are some of the
Damn!
Overall, I can still take care of business. And we beat 10 Hunter with no problem, getting all 3 stars in 1K. next part where you pick your AAD club, it really doesn't matter. I chose my flyers because when the Devontae Fields actually the ball, it's literally a problem for it. Everyone doesn't change in here. Y'all was able to take care of the first real problem with 45 points. And hey, look, we cracked 10K. I'm just going to say this right now because at this moment, I feel like I don't need to upgrade it. My crew has been in the park, putting in work, and we're already at level 2. In the next game, I have to sit out because I arrived at the game play. Okay, coach, whatever. That just moves this along fast. And right after that, my crew walked our ability to launch this flag. With a 66-point game, they're the next team, and of course, getting those 3 stars, and against the team that I didn't choose, they can hold the 59 points home, and I can hold another 1200. The EYBL is looking at it. They really try to make it all dramatic and high. Yeah. You know, it holds itself. I'm going to leave out of high school with 14,000 seats. With 50 which team to go to Europe, I saw that I could play less minutes with Madrid. It was exactly what I was doing. I knew the overall average was I'm already getting gas in the first turn. And my teammate is trying to do ACL, and they're looking down on me like an Arkham City Gibson. I can tell that it was difficulty for sure. And it might be time to start upgrading a little, but if you're playing to do this yourself, I would say getting a system to your best friend here. I might not have gotten all the stars, but I did get all the things I was supposed to. Next up the 3-pointers, gonna get these dead eye with the Samsung and silver. That's gonna bring us up to moving right along to the next game, where that 3-point upgrade really changed things around. I went from barely being able to score to dropping 60, and this time I'm getting all my stars. I'm not gonna lie, this micro fatigue is coming on strong. And while all my friends are having fun in the park, I'm in here grinding away in my career. But hey, that's the life of a no money trench player. I got 92 points right now. Give me the lead, and thank God I only have 1 game left, and I can really care less about all the dramatics they have going on. Just get me in the game and hold the 73 points up.
Yeah.
And I guess
When I was trying to complete that shit, man, I was mad as hell, man. I was middle of the game and shit. You'll see me invite to play 2K, but 5.
If you want to play for a specific team, you must successfully complete a workout with the team. What is this 2K15? And I got 2,500 BC plus a mod point accelerator for completing everything. And now I can max out the perimeter defense and put my agility up to a 70. That's going to give me to a 66 overall.
Oh my God,
very
this
close.
ain't nothing.
Honestly, I think I might be ready to hop online. I also didn't know that 2K gives you really nice this year. Let's say it's other weeks in the ball. I got surprisingly, I just grabbed you to the book. Cool, I guess. I don't know. There's 500 guys waiting for me if I do my best accelerator. That's exactly what I'm going to do. After I ran this scrimmage, play the win game in the conflict, and gave me my problem.
These boys be pulling hard. They be pulling.
I hear what you say we do.
They say, fuck you, I need some minor. Damn, I fucked up bad. My bad, I'm a shooter. I'm sorry. I'm a shooter.
I was going to get down to no problem. Then I went up against a guy called the Sporter, who actually came down with the last possession, which I was able to push it up for. And now I have these specific teammates. I didn't have to take on Giannis for the game down. And luckily, I was able to take him down with the play. Getting 300 from the game. I was able to turn the ball away from my team. And I was able to watch the free safety, which, thank God, right too. You know what?
What the fuck is niggas talking about?
I have to trouble back. But for now, I'm heading to the casual court because I doubt I will get any chance to play on here. One of my friends, Paz, is also a casual, but I'm going to come off my first game.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Overall rating, and one of the teams 86 overall. I can tell this random. Also, right from the jump, I can tell I was going to be a defensive liability. With a good defensive foul, Class is going to find me in the open area on the 30. Rashad Green! Maybe shooting is just too easy this year. Pull up. On defense, my man was getting the blue. I was never going to tell the game. Just say, man, let's run the team through in the foot. That would be my first game. I might touch on the perimeter, but these guys wait for you to be a little bit harder for this discussion. This brother is going to find a way to make last one get a little bit forward to get another weapon. That's what I thought my guy was going to tie it up. He's hoping to touch. Brother, he ate that? Oh, he might be the best guy. Well, it's my first game. After that one, we talked about the down
How the fuck you gonna make that shit?
Josh, once again, maybe it's nice to hear a guy right there going toe to toe with. I don't know why I had to say more people talking about 6 shifts. Josh was doing shifts. You know what? I might be a 66 overall, but I can still continue to rock. Hey, I think it's just not me on the game. Last his little game is Ben Simmons' impression ever. Oh, what are you doing? You're 7'4". Yeah, so we're going to leave it up to Josh to take it over. Having a 70 is not enough in this game at all. I need to match that up. With this long range ball from Josh, let's back to play from the damn boy. I can't come back to the face and lay for the win. Oh, it's so gosh. Let me see. I'll never do that.
Hey. Hey, oh my God.
What the fuck? Oh, God. I thought before Josh was carrying me to get a consistent buck. Well, of course, it goes to
damn, boy.
And I know I'm getting carried, but come on, man. I can still get a wide open from most players. I see why. See, I see why they don't see Josh. I don't blame him. Fucking 100% from the field. I don't blame him. No, he was liable to. In the next game, I'm going to say, like, just give me boards and you're going to get cornered. Early. Oh no. I had a nice down the class with the team, and I was able to finally hit a three. Sometimes you have to realize when the other team is just better. Unfortunately, we did take a loss. After that loss, I don't know how back to the Bears score. Allen going to get the guard. Game was great. I think the game started with this key and still not that ball. He was going to have plasma over the biggie for another six. I will be honest, I was not expecting to take that at all. Matt Lear gave it a confidence drop to get it, but he couldn't get out from this one. I don't
know why this is fucking big out there.
3-3 again. Oh, I'm still keeping this here. I'm Everybody in this game, Randy has come across the play with, actually not bad at all.
I done had dog ass percentage of niggas that's their ass and a little percentage of guys that's okay. I done had at least about a good 70% of ass niggas, 30% of niggas.
And the competition here was way better than out there. Out here, theater actually stuff the same in parts without the pictures of parts. I was surprised my guy had some standing dugout. All the game, I got really good. Damn near coming from.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Hey, like, oh my
That's how it
God.
was. That's how it was. I was never. I'm like, I would never run that shit. Squirrel?
I'm feeling weird. Feel what? I'm feeling weird. Oh yeah. So that's why I'm going to test every single way to make BC in NBA 2K26. And I'm going to give it a rating of 1 to 5 stars based on how good it is to be in this 60 to 99 no spin series. And if it's worth doing if you just use BC. And by the end of all these tests, I'm expecting to get 75 over. And these tests will be conducted in no particular order, just in the way I felt like doing it. Before I start these measures, I want you guys to see I am a 70 overall with 84 BC. Yes, I'm broke. And by the end of testing all these BC measures, I want to be at 75 overall. I'm going to need 50,000 BC to hit 75 overall. So hopefully I can find a pretty good BC. And our crew, we are currently level 7, meaning I get a 5% BC bonus. I mean 5%. Keep that in mind while we're going through all these tests. First, our listing of the daily spin. Last year, players were claiming that they could get BC every time they put the wheel simply by spamming the X or A button. Even this year, I've seen most of people score as big on the wheel. So if this method works, then it could potentially be a short number of spin series. Oh, please. I'll be so happy. Spam it X. Spam it X. And
Oh, yeah, let's say, God, we got one.
My God.
even 3 out of 5 stars.
I would actually fucking damn it.
The first time I hop on the wheel, and you can spin it every day. Next up, we have the park. The park has been around for the last 10 years, but this year, 2K really made an effort to keep the park alive, so it might be a pretty good method, especially now that everybody plays in one single park and the game just dropped. So for this test, we're going to play 3 games here, determining how long each game takes depending on all the numbers we see out. So we're going to start the clock right now. For the first game of the test, that's what I was expecting was to be matched up against already, but I would think a samurai stud this guy is also cooking up other teammates. So don't think it's because of just trash that this point guard can score. Of course, when it comes to this game, you really cannot stay confident. Eventually, this game was tied up. At least I didn't walk away with the donut for a scoreboard, but this game was going to come down to the last possession. And of course, we had to keep the ball in Josh's hand. Oh, but Josh got that deep ball. Oh, Josh, let's go. Purple, red, dead redemption. It's Josh in 4. That was 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'm getting 249 minutes. The second game definitely looked a lot easier on paper, but we were still able to come through the clutch and take the win. 223 BC was no lie, if I was carrying the team, I would have way more BC. But when you're just starting off in this game and under a 70 overall, you're not going to be carrying. And for the last game in here, we definitely got our ass beat, but this would actually be really good for the testing because you're not going to win every single game, and learning how much BC you get for a loss is almost as important as what you get for a win. But it's too much. Oh, no, I don't know. Taking a look at the results, it took us roughly 16 minutes to finish 3 games with a total BC count of 587 BC, which is about 37 BC a minute. So if you want to run and have fun with your boys, go ahead and run the part. But when you think there's a payday coming your way, go and play something else. You got to find it. Third on our list is theater. And if you ask a handful of 2K players, somebody say that theater is better than part. So the competition should be a lot more even in the game. But does that mean it's worth your time if you need a quick buck? Let's find out. And I already had a problem off the rip because we cannot load into a theater game without getting an error code. Gonna have to dock some points there. Luckily, the casual 40 bit was working, so that was
an error code.
Stop what? Theater. The competition in the theater 100% looks more like my speed. It even gave me the confidence to try and facilitate with a 7 ball here. On top of that, I'm not only scoring once, but also twice on the 3-point line. And the last one was for game. I'm getting really close. Definitely see the clear advantage over opponents of the theater. Once again, we were matched up pretty evenly according to our overall, but as for skill level goes, we were wiping the floor with these guys. I can't speak too much for the other team, but in the theater, I can tell you, going against an even team feels very refreshing. And for 4 minutes and 45 seconds, we earned 249 BC. A little short of the
easy
BC
ass
front,
theater,
but that game did take under 5 minutes to complete.
Every single time.
Three-game testing around
I'm
here. For the third game, at least we're staying consistent with the testing, getting our ass beat once again for the final game. But like I said, this can be really good for us. And for 4 minutes and 13 seconds of gameplay, you're getting 117 BC. So for the results, for a total of 14 minutes and 45 seconds, we earned 677 BC, which is about 45 BC a minute. That's higher than part, but not by much. 3 out of 5 stars. Number 4 on our list is the Pro-Am. And last year, this been on the number 1 spot, but I was already deep into the game by that point, so who knows where it falls this year. Because this is the only mode where you cannot play with random. And there is no skill-based matchmaking. So you can be a team of 6 solo going against Joe Nose in the black market. But is the BC this year worth getting curb stomped by high-ranking teams? Let's see. Go ahead. Press go on the stopwatch. Get it started here. For our first game, we are playing a team of 90 overall. Pretty much to be expected with the Pro-Am. Another thing
Yeah, you about to be playing against some boys with the minutes. Every time I go from that bitch try.
So if you want to deal with the zigzagging point guards all day, then Pro-Am is the mode for you.
That's the
With no
one.
surprise whatsoever, we did end up taking an L for our first Pro-Am game. Absolutely donut performance. With 288 BC for a loss in the Pro-Am.
That's crazy. Okay, so the Pro-Am do get used to these
So
things.
far, Pro-Am looking pretty good. For the next game, on paper, it looks like we should be able to hold our own. Oh, but how wrong I was. Didn't get another apple. And I knew playing in Pro-Am would be hard starting out, but damn, I was not expecting it to be this bad. Pro-Am, BC walls could be good, but trying to get a win right now, especially as like a 70 overall. We are getting 265 BC. Who really wants to go to this game? We really need to lock in because there's no way I can hold this test without getting 1 win in here. Thank God this team was even worse than both teams combined, and Josh was able to put the game away with the 3 to be the finally got a win in Ferguson Throwdown. In 5 minutes and 10 seconds, we got 423 BC. For the result, we played 15 minutes and 8 seconds to get a total of 1,080 BC. With 2 of those games being a loss, which is also about 72 BC every minute. It's all out of 5. I would have 2 out of 5 college. I don't tell you that. There's a problem with this threat. Now, this goal is notorious for having some of the worst randoms in the game, but for this test, we're going in with the squad. We're not dealing with that right now. Last year, the DC for Rick was easy, but taking over 30 minutes to finish the game at 8-man program was definitely not the move. But maybe this can switch things up for 2K26. The main reason I've been playing 3 games in other modes is because I wanted to give Rick a chance to at least compare itself to his counterpart and try to make this as specific as possible. For the first game, competition-wise, looked a little fair. Even though my guy was a 90% overall, I saw that he was shooting below 30% from 3, I knew that he could get me the skateboard. I even started the game off doing a little ISO work and step back through. The timing of the rate felt really good. I mean, that no RC really made me feel unstoppable. Even without upgrading any vision, I was able to put points up in the race. Unfortunately, even though the game felt really good, the game came down to the last possession. It's just rare times that John felt me, especially since I was sitting here 5 points this morning. We got 6 minutes. From 30 plus minutes down to 25, it's definitely a huge improvement. We're going to have to hop into another one to make sure this game was smooth. For the second game, the 2K guys are doing it right by putting a 75 overall on. And this normal team setback is one of the best things I made for the football. With the guy I'm guarding shooting 6 fours, I'm pretty much able to hit anything I want over. Even though it's 3 for no match for week 1, 2K26. Luckily, this time around, the game didn't go all the way to the wire, as we were able to breeze past this team, getting my first breakthrough. With 23 minutes of gameplay, 9 to 58 BC, which definitely confirms 2K has cut down a lot of the improvement time in the game. Now we can finish games a lot quicker. I'm even hitting with 3 this game on a win this time. So for 48 minutes of gameplay, I earned 1,573 BC, which is only 36 BC a minute, which is a lot more than Heart Theater and Post. So even though it felt like Rick was earning a lot, in reality, it's one of the worst ways to earn BC in this game. But I still have fun. So 2 out of 5 stars for the BC, plus 3 out of 5 stars I actually had. Have a local TurboTax expert file for you. Don't just take classes. Get started. Because you'll come back today and have to do global. Check it around the spot. Or get a tasty birthday combo for only in checkers and wraps.
It's crazy. Even if it's 2 days next week.
You see what you're saying?
Hey boy, that shit is insane. One day this week, 2 days next week.
Overruns is 2K's newest offline game mode they added this year. And it takes over what Chris Brickley did in last year's game. I did play in this mode in the first episode, but never really took it to the chin. But it looks like it has potential since the games are different 21. There is also a badge boost and a daily reward of 500 BC for completing one game. So I'm going to play a couple games in here and see just how much BC you get for completing the game and determine if 2K cooked up this year. The challenge for open runs this week is pretty simple. All I have to do is get 6 assisted baskets, and for 4 minutes of gameplay, we're not only earning extra badge progression, but 395 BC. There's my 500 BC, so I think that's pretty cool. In the next game, it was more of the same. This time taking even less time, only around 3 minutes and 30 seconds to complete. And getting 436 VC, that's all I needed to see. For 7 minutes and 30 seconds of gameplay, I earned 831 VC, which is 110 VC every minute, making this by far the best VC method in the game. Definitely gotta give 2K a hand for putting this in the game. Great option for players who don't want to grind online for batches of VC. 5 out of 5 stars. Even though 2K completely screwed up my race of the week, they did add a new feature where there's matchmaking in the track. And I had to check it out. This mode allows you to play against anyone in the game, and winners get 200 VC. Now, I don't expect this to be the best VC method, but it really just piqued my curiosity. Oh, we're just straight into it. Okay. Bet. I'm going to win this shit, though. Let's do that. I'm not losing. Oh, why is he actually smoking my ass real quick? Hold on. Oh my god. I'm sucking so bad right now. There's not even a way of me being able to catch up to him. Like, wait, if I do this, I'm going to get 0 VC on him. Sir? Sir, can you stop, sir? And I got fucking straight. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I did lose. So I got 0 VC for that. And yeah. But for number 7 on our list, we have the Proving Ground. And this is pretty much where all the fights go to determine who is the best. In reality, 2K copied and pasted this over from last year's game. And they really made no incentive whatsoever to play it. But who knows? Maybe 2K decided to up the amount of VC you get this year. Off rip, I can tell the difficulty in here was raised because nobody on our team could make a shot. Even though it looked pretty bad in the beginning, our team got into our delta and started to turn up. And by our team, I meant Josh. Even down to the last possession where we definitely should have lost, Josh was able to finish off the game with a mini. Oh, with the VC time, like it was not the immaculate. And it's not looking immaculate. So, if you just feel like winning some competition, go ahead. But if you're just not touching this game, this is definitely going to be like 2 out of 5 races for sure. And the game took 9 minutes. No, I think 1 out of 5 stars. Test 8, Street Breaker. Now, even though this is technically a part of part, this new feature they added into the game deserves a spot in itself. For this next method, I actually have to go back to the park because 2K this year added that you get VC by breaking streaks in the park. Actually goes up a lot. As you guys can see, I can get 5,000 VC if I beat those guys on their streak. If you're actually good at this game, this could be a very lucrative option for you to get some very quick VC. So in my eyes, this is just like playing in the stage, except I don't have to worry about losing my own VC. After about 15 minutes of searching, we finally found somebody on the street. And while waiting, these guys hit a 10-game win streak, which meant the bounty went from 2,500 up to 5,000, which made us even more determined to get a win in here. On paper, these guys look pretty good, but not so good that it looked impossible for us. These guys were definitely keeping this game as close as possible. Thank God for us, Josh was in his bag this game, and one bad pass by me nearly sold the entire game, allowing the game to get tied up. A couple back and forth threes turned this game into a battle of don't give up a three. With Josh taking the easy one in the paint, but Plasma inevitably gave up a three in the paint. So this last possession was a now or never situation. With the crowd mini from Josh, he wrap up on D, and lucky for us, the guard sold on the leading three.
Oh, that's
right. They
baby.
tried to double team D coming down the court, leaving Josh wide open to end the game and break their streak. Street breaker, baby. 5,000 VC. Fuck it, 5 out of 5 stars. Doing daily challenges isn't so much a thing.
Break them bitches if you can.
Now, some challenges are easier than others, but doing your dailies and guest challenger at Street Ball are easy ways to make some quick VC. Now that I have determined the Reckitt works for VC and Open Runs is the best VC method in the game, it's time for a stress test. Oh yeah, I'm not like other YouTubers that claim you can get a certain amount of VC in a certain amount of time. I actually go out in the field and grind myself. And telling somebody to play a game mode over and over again is way easier said than done. So I'm going to see just how many games of Rec and Open Runs I can play in one sitting before I'm ready to call it quits. For the first game of Rec, 2K really tried to stress me out putting an AI on me. Having an AI on you damn near feels like a corner death shot. But in this game, I was still able to put a bucket. The three-pointer still out here with back security, and we got the win pretty easy, earning 865 VC. Normally, I would be out of it after one game, but with this shooting foot smooth right now, I feel like I can really be in here for a hot minute. It makes it even better that we are bulldozing the teams right now. With 14,000 VC built up, I'm going to up my mini to a 74, getting us to 71 overall. In the next game, I had my best performance so far. I got a hot 19 points and a near 20-point win. 2K saw I was having too much fun, so they put another AI on me. This time, I was actually sentenced to the corner for most of the game, barely able to contribute, and we ended up losing. So gotta say, that was the last straw for me. So I was able to last 4 rank games in one sitting, which is 4 more than I thought I would last. Moving on to the open runs, these games only take about 3 to 4 minutes, and I knew I was going to be able to run through them with no problem. And with the weekly reward of 2,500 VC just for scoring points, oh, trust me, I was going to finish this. Getting 200 points took less than 10 games to do with a big-ass payout. And with the VC accumulated, I'm going to max out the agility to an 80, and now I'm a 72 overall. Now, I know you guys are typing away in the comments saying that I forgot one of the best VC methods of the year. And yes, I've seen all the comments saying that endorsements for my career are actually really good this year. So for the last test, I'm going to see if playing my career and grinding endorsements really is a great VC method for starting off in this game. Playing in my first My Career game, it felt like I was already a vet out here, dropping a smooth 64 points and getting over 1,000 VC. And with that done, I'm able to see my endorsements, and yeah, I can see what you guys are talking about. There are a ton of endorsements with different tiers.
You never told me about that.
2001 is definitely the best one to start off with.
You never told me about that.
Are very easy to do. All I have to do is play 2 open court games, with the first one giving me my daily 500 VC. And after the second, that was already an easy 1,000 VC earned from that endorsement. I also heard that finishing a passion project main quest can also give you a lot of VC. After running a ton of open court games, finishing challenges, I have about 50,000 VC, up with the ball handle and speed with ball to an acceptable level. And now I am a 73 overall. The merchandising deal is hoping to get 100 points and 2 double-doubles to get 2,500 VC. All I gotta say is say less. Even though in the next game, I really didn't care about the assist, but at least it was enough to sign with Jordan, who looked the best when flipping objectives fast. For my third game, I'm already in the starting lineup, which freed up my opportunity to get a double-double. Also allowing me to complete the franchise player request. With 5,000 VC, I'm going to up my speed with balls to get lightning launch to bronze, and now I am sitting at a 74 overall. And getting this double-double in the next game finished off the merchandising tier, giving me 2,500 VC. And tier 3 looked even better, giving me 5,000 VC just for getting player of the game twice. And this same farm objective is going to give me 500 VC just for getting 10 assists in the game. So I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone in here. And I'm not going to lie, you guys were completely right when it came to my career this year. You can really run up a nice chunk of change for just playing a small handful of NBA games and completing challenges. So I would definitely have to give this 5 out of 5 stars. And after completing some more NBA games and 4 open court runs, earning VC for my Jordan endorsement, I'm maxing out my speed for balls to a 75. And now going back to these games that I am really tired of playing, but at this point, that 5,000 VC is calling my name. And after finishing up the game with 8,000 VC, I'm going to up my driving jump to a 70. And after doing all these tests, I have finally hit 75 overall. Today, I am determined to get as much VC as I possibly can to turn this 75 overall no money spent build into an 85 overall by the end of today's video. You might even call this VC hunting. But if you're like me on this 60 to 99 no money spent journey and have been running online games with your boys, then you know that trying to get high stats and a good teammate grade can be hard to come by. I mean, if I spent over $100 to max out my build, I would have passed it all easy. Now don't get me wrong, getting carried in 2K is a rite of passage for a no money spent player. But it comes to a point where you've made a few upgrades and started labbing up your jump shot and dribble move, and it's time to put your foot down and finally become a valuable player to your team. Especially since the VC you get directly tied with your stats and teammate grade, I'm determined to try and get player of the game at least 1 time this whole video. Also, while I was in the comments of the last video, you guys made it known that I missed out on one of the best VC methods in the entire game, so I'm definitely going to touch on that later on in the episode. I also want to thank you guys for hitting 30,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I have a dream of hitting 50K by the end of this year. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that sub button, because without you guys, there wouldn't be a no one script. And I promise you I wouldn't be. So with all that out the way, let's get it started. From the last episode where we tested every way to make VC in 2K26, I found that playing 3C Pro gives you the most out of any online game mode free time spent. On top of that, the player of the game gets an extra 250 VC. So I've been really knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone in here, running up a ton of VC and getting my player of the game objective done. This, however, was easier said than done. Like I said before, bringing in guys who spent their life savings on the game and try to convince them to give up the ball is not so easy. On top of that, I like to win, which means if I sat here forcing up shots for the hell of it, I don't think we would see a lot of these U1 streaks. Also, with each game only being at 21 points, there's not a lot of room for 2K to consider what makes somebody player of the game besides the amount of points they have. So even getting a decent amount of assists would not do enough to secure my player of the game spot. The good news was we were at least winning, but sadly, I never got my player of the game during this run. But at least I did run up a decent amount of VC. We ended up with 5 people in the PlayStation party, which gave me a good idea to head into the race. Even though these games take a little longer, there are more chances to earn extra VC in here. For starters, these games are long, which allows for a higher stat line for 2K to consider who the player of the game is. On top of that, the player of the half gets an extra 100 VC, while the player of the game still gets that 250. So if I can find a way to put the team on my back, this could be exactly what I needed. In this game, I didn't do too much on the scoring end. Definitely didn't be a player of the half, but maybe these 8 assists because 2K is their player of the game.
Slide into winter with Baby Bell. The fun kind of good.
Let's talk about bringing new plays into your in-game playbook.
Pause the game and go to Assign Plays under the Game Plan tab.
Hit the sprint button to reveal a full list of possible.
It's like some cheese candy. Yes. Cheese candy. Remember when Adam said, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of cheese.
Right? I thought my 8 assists could overlook the fact that I'm the most but I guess I was wrong. I don't know, this shit might be really. You know what? Who needs break right now? If you truly want to make some VC, breaking streaks is the only true way to do it. Right here, these guys have already flashed 2,500 VC on their head, and I got time today. This game, I was low-key in my bag, I cannot lie. I mean, who was really out here dropping a whopping 6 points off of this system shooting? These guys did end up beating them, but, I really feel like we can beat them. Because I really don't care about my record. Yeah, 100% finish the block. Even picked up that boy's job to this one, so you already know what's going to win, no problem. But damn it, I'm in too deep at this point to quit. So back around I go. They always say 3 times the charge. Don't stop at 3. I'm 1 step away from this guy on break. I'm a break. I'm getting to the break for 5,000. So, now, I'm nearly 99% sure the guy is using the thing, but we're keeping us in this game. And by which, I mean the 2 guys on my team. Maybe from 3 back and forth for the majority of the game. We're playing these guys over and over again. The only way we can take the lead on them is if 2K screws them over somehow. And with the game being tied up 16-16, our prayers were hit. When the opponent center tried to pick up the ball, it hit the bottom of the backboard, allowing Cloudboard to keep the ball in play, and it hit straight for a shot. With the opportunity of a lifetime, I'm finding Cloudboard in the corner for 3. He's going to knock it down and give us the lead. That would be short lived, however, because I'm a 4-piece center, which is back to the 3 zone. The game on the line, I want Josh. I'm going to touch the
Sleep from work and shit. Yeah. That they don't, bullshit. I'm gonna have to get that bag. My bad. I'm sorry. I promise you I got the next one.
Hey, I just realized I hit rookie spot. I'm now finally see my camera.
I still got you, my boy.
With the problem with that win, I want to go back to the rank and get that player of the game because I know I have these really now that I have a maxed out on. I cannot lie. I was absolutely looking up this game. Down at least my opponent's done allows me to get some crazy flips. Unfortunately, though, I forgot the most important part about getting to the ceiling. You have to do it. I really don't like losing to the ring because it feels like the last 25 minutes of your life.
Oh, I was trying to pass.
You just spit the bucket in and just pull it off. You know what? After reading all of that comments, apparently I didn't go as deep as I could have into the micro. I was just leaving tens of thousands of VC on the table. So to take my mind off the online play, I'm going to go deeper into the micro endorsement. Starting you can see with the passion project objective, playing the Pirates back team to overrun. And that's to give people all the next endorsement I want to complete is the State Farm objective, where it's the same as the previous years, but take the State Farm is probably your place out of nowhere, and you have to pay into the process of the State Farm. Next is merchandising tier 4, where all I have to do is get 2 40-point games, and I get a whopping 7,500 VC. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and get done. I guess another mode that I didn't really go in depth with in the last episode is how long these lives per game take and how much get for it. That was honestly because I thought everybody just knew that my career is default method for VC, but both these games I played took approximately 18 minutes and it's a little over 1,000 VC, which is around 55 to 60 VC per minute. I'm going to right at the middle of our list and we were stacking them up in the last episode. But I'm doing both of those games, that's an extra 75% VC to add to the loss. And the next merchandising is looking even easier. Only 20K sitting in the account looking pretty good right now. And I wanted to try my hand at the spin the wheel again in the hope of getting a jackpot. And how did I get this concept? I wanted to continue the Passion Project quest before starting a whole other game. Let's do my recent shooting now and try to get rid of a couple of these codes. But jumping straight into the next micro game, all I have to do is get 25 points with roll 2. I only have to do this one time, which makes me so super easy to obtain. And it's really right here telling out this. I'm not going to lie. I really hope they keep the rewards the same. Crazy past that goals and everything. After finishing the game, I'm getting a big extra 10,000 VC earned. And Tier 6 is looking beautiful right now with me. So let's the Passion Project. So I dropped it 12,500 VC. And right now I have over this whole journey, my crew has been putting in some work with us being at level 16 right now, with over 40 members. But I will be doing some kicking if I don't get that unlimited boost. I also decided to put my specialization on shooting because mostly it was the only one I could see this build finishing consistent. Taking a look at my endorsements, State Farm wanted me to get 20 big screens for 1K VC, so of course I had to go ahead and put some progress towards that. On top of that, I'm getting an extra 500 VC from an objective I didn't even know I completed. I started to hit that offline fatigue wall, so I decided to hop back into the park, hoping to get my player of the game objective complete. But man, we got our asses torn up this whole session. I cannot lie. Definitely was a sign to stay away from the park for right now, but I am sitting with 46,000 VC at the bank, which is absolutely crazy. But with this, I'm finally going to have the opportunity to start contact dunking, maxing out my vertical, and getting my driving dunk to an 87, and now I am an 80 overall. You guys already know I have to throw on some dunk packages and go test out the dunking in this game. And let me tell you, if you don't have a build that can fly in NBA 2K26, you are missing out on a whole lot of fun. I can already tell this new run and dunk man ability is going to put me one step closer to my player of the game objective. In between these dunk test games, I went ahead and upped my O-board because it's really cheap and I got it up to a 70. But like I was saying, I can tell that the player of the game objective is in the bag. Too bad it's not in this bag right now. Hey! Ooh, okay. Hey! Oh, this build is actually pretty fun now. What the hell? I decided it was time to continue the Passion Project objective, playing with the cat in the open runs, and it's time to finish this State Farm objective, getting all these screens, and I was able to do this with no problem. I even got another 1,000 VC from the 2K endorsement, and now I'm on the cover of NBA 2K27. All my dreams have come true. I can finally hang up the sneakers. And going back to the open runs and playing with Cap one more time, this was officially the last thing I needed to do for the Passion Project. And that's going to be 12,500 VC straight to my pocket. And with 18,000 VC now sitting in the wallet, I'm going to finally max out my leg to a 75 so I can stop breaking these wide open ones. And that's going to get me to an 82 overall. I also have 1,000 VC from the wheel that I forgot to record, and I'm going to put that on my O-board and max it out. If I want to get this player of the game so bad, I might as well hop on the ones court. Like, I'm the only player on the team, so I have to get player of the game. Aren't you supposed to be able to just run around them? Okay. How am I supposed to score? Alright. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay, but they should be able to score that easily. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this. I'm just gonna close it up. Yeah, so I'm just gonna call it a day on this one. But now I'm sitting at an 82 overall with most of my finishing maxed out, and there should be no reason why I can't get this player of the game objective done in here. Especially in this game where I was showing out on all ends. The driving dunk was going crazy, and I was still able to pull it from range. To top it all off, I even dropped 13 dunks, getting a double-double. Bro, there was like no way 2K could not say I wasn't player of the game. We even got the win too, and I just know they're gonna give it to me. They did not. Okay, you know what? Maybe he deserved player of the game. Okay, I'll say that. I'll say that. I'm hopping straight into another game, and you know what? I'm gonna play even better this time. Yeah, they're not gonna expect this masterclass performance. With 21 points and 12 assists, I have to be player of the game. Okay, I get that he dropped 40, but 21 points and 12 assists, come on, throw me a bone or something, please. I even tried one more time, and even though I was definitely the highest scoring person on the team, looking at that scoreboard, it was really all for nothing, man. You know, maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Maybe running in the park is not as bad as I think to get this player of the game objective complete. Looking at this first game with me running with Peter and his boy Wavy, we were down a majority of this game, but I was still out here getting active. I'm even going to clutch up hitting a leading three to get us the lead for the first time all game. And Pedro is going to sink in a three to finish this off. But I had a smooth 11 points, which means mathematically I had the most points on the entire team. And since 2K rewards the guy with the most points, that means I got player of the game, right? Bro, what? I had 11 points. Oh, this shit's rigged. This is actually rigged. What the hell? You know what, guys? These other games really just get okay? What really matters is player of the game with their PC on. And I'm going to be player of the game. I am guaranteed to win this game right here. I can feel it. And even though these guys were purple plates, that didn't matter to me because I was shooting lights out on the perimeter. Hell, I didn't miss a single shot on the three-point line the entire game. And just when they started playing up on me, my driving dunk and mid-range games came through. Unfortunately, with 2K's contestants of being cheats, this game ended up getting tied 20-20. But right now, I have 13 points and a guaranteed player of the game waiting for me if we can clutch up this last possession. They were obviously going to be on me for this last play of the game, so I had to find my boy Peter in the paint, and look at this screenshot, man. No one in the paint, 6'11", hella standing dunk upgraded, maxed out badges. There is no possible way in hell Peter could miss this shot, right? Peter, I know you're lying. Peter, I know you're lying. There's no way. There's no fucking way. That was heartbreaking, but with 10,000 I'm finally making some upgrades to my boss to get high on 9 on bronze, and that's going to get me to an 83 overall. And after playing another red game, and of course I had no shot of getting player of the game, I decided to go deeper with what you guys are calling the best VC method, and that is doing Street Kings. Now, Street Kings is the exact same as Street Ball from last year, but this time around, 2K put more rewards in here, and there are quite a few VC rewards. So I wanted to see how long it would take for me to level up in here, so I just started spamming opponents to go against. And it looks like you get very little XP towards rewards for just one game, so this might take longer than expected. Now granted, these games don't take long at all to complete, but I was expecting a little easier / better rewards for this mode you guys were claiming to be the best. I mean, at the end of it, I only got to level 3 and just decided to do my damn reward instead. But if Street Kings is what you think is the best for you, I would say keep doing it because there are a decent amount of rewards here. But personally, I'm gonna just have to stick with the open runs, at least until I get all my badges maxed out. But Street Kings isn't a bad method at all. I would have to give it 4 out of 5 stars, just one below open runs. And for the next 2 hours, I will be spamming games in the theater back to back to back to back because I was hella determined to get player of the game, especially before I upgraded to an 85 overall. And right here, I might have got blessed by the 2K gods going against a team full of 70 overall. You can tell how much I wanted this because I'm out here putting a putback dunk into my bag out of nowhere. I wanted each member of the opposing team to fear me in this paint today, and I might have been a little selfish to make sure I scored the most points out of everybody, but I didn't care. It's been too long of a journey to give up this golden opportunity. And after a long battle and 8 overalls up from the beginning of this video, I have finally completed my player of the game objective. And with 12,000 in the bank, I'm going to max out my block and up my speed, and the goal of reaching 85 overall is complete.
I wish to present the importance of hard work and determination. Not backing down when things are tough.
Yeah, I play Rivals for a little minute, man.
Because it is only when we work together that we achieve true greatness.
Some full soon. No, we can play Rivals for this one.
When you're too sensitive, even minor possible. Try new Sensodyne Clinical Repair.
Georgia Jr. fed up. They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today, but they went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps them find a deal on the right parts.
Chickens and rallies, $5 MVP.
What's the word?
Spicy chicken, 4 cheese.
What's that word, bro?
Drink and dessert. Just $5. Be a big deal for just $5. Only at Checkers and Rallies. This eats different. 2K has added the best BC method in 2K26, but the problem is 99% of the casual community would not be able to benefit from it. Mostly because you not only need to be good at the game, but you also need a solid squad at the same time. And judging from talking with a few of you guys, y'all are anti-social as hell. But it's insane though. Deeming this new way of getting BC pretty much forbidden for anybody who is a no-money spin player. In years past, if you asked a handful of 2K players, how can I get a big lump sum of BC without playing my career, the first thing they would do is check if there are any events going on. Events in 2K are normally a really good way to earn huge rewards, especially quick BC. There's even one going on right now that not only gives you unlimited boosts, but if you get the max score, you have the potential to get 25,000 BC. Sounds simple enough, right? But you know what? I played this event, and I gotta say, I was pretty disappointed. And I hate to start the video off with some quick math for you, but with each win giving you 3,000 to 4,000 points, and you needed to get 1.8 million to get the max reward, it would take over 400 wins to earn this reward. And with each game being around 6 to 8 minutes to complete, it would take you anywhere from 45 to 80 hours of straight winning to get these max rewards. I don't know about y'all, but there is no way in the hell I am sitting on 2K for 45 plus hours straight. But I did sit here and play the Midway event for a few hours, and I barely, and I mean barely got enough for the first tier reward. So I gotta say, for the first event of this year's 2K cycle, it's not looking so good. So events might be out the question if you need a huge lump sum of BC, so what's next? Well, if you ask another handful of 2K players, this time a little bit more competitive, they would tell you that you need to hit the stage or the ante up. Now, ever since 2K15, if you wanted a huge lump sum of BC in a fast amount of time, you had no choice but to put your money where your mouth is. On paper, this really feels like it is the best BC method with the ability to get up to 10,000 BC in a short amount of time, and also lose that amount of BC in an even shorter amount of time. And I've tried hitting the ante up for the no money spin journey in the past, and have not been very successful, but maybe this time's different. Going into the forbidden BC method with a little under 7,000 BC. These last couple years I've tried going to the stage have not worked out in my favor. But this year is different. This year, I don't know what's different this year, but I just have a feeling it all. With a little under 7K BC, I found myself hopping on the 2500 course, hoping to get a quick come up, but it didn't take long after hopping into the game for me to understand that there are levels to this 2K shit, and I'm clearly not up to par with these guys in the stage right now. And to make it worse,
Nigga, that's Zen Nation right there.
hard-earned BC to these guys. So since events take way too long and stage's gonna leave me bankrupt before I even get started, what does that leave you to do? Well, it's already something that I've done in previous episodes, but I didn't take it as serious as I probably needed to. And looking on YouTube, I see a ton of creators going crazy doing street hunting in the park. And since this year 2K added the ability to get BC by breaking streets bigger than 5,
Zenin is basically when you can
the easiest way to get a huge lump sum of BC.
you basically got a competitive edge over a player because of the fact that you get you get this device that basically you plug into your controller. Then it's to the point that you set it to a certain amount or a certain time where you can start making your jump shots at any time type shit. Like whatever type of jump shot that you shoot, you can hit it. But you gotta set it to that certain amount of time.
I have a dream of hitting 50,000 subs by the end of this year. So if you haven't
Yeah, it's some cheating shit. It's damn near the equivalent to like Call of Duty when niggas be having aimbot and shit.
Now let's get this streak hunt started. Our first victims of the day are going to be these guys who just
Yeah, it's damn near the equivalent of aimbot. They even got like the Zenit people for them too. Like they got it to the point where you could just aim your gun and that shit is just basically be still. Like no recoil, no nothing.
see how far I've came since the beginning of this journey.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. They probably got Fortnite in it too, but shit, like, this shit is just not popular.
Who can miss first and who can stop the other team from launching threes all day? So when you have friends like Peter,
Cause for sure, man, like Fortnite is one of them games that nigga is like, oh, you could probably zen like a motherfucker in that bitch, and they probably wouldn't even give a fuck.
Pack it up. But this is 2K, and in 2K, we all know anything can happen. Even me having the confidence to go up with another meter dunk, and me getting a clutch block at the rail can happen too. That's gonna let us cut it.
Man. Oh my God. Now I gotta update my shit. Oh, my shit might be updated. Yup, my shit updated now. Game for about an hour. Then more simplicity and shit. Believe me, I'm that nigga, man, they love me in the streets. I'm that nigga everybody said they wanna be. That nigga Wise said, Lord knows I might want to need niggas. I don't care. His eyes for Harvey's nigga. One for you, one for my daughter, nigga. You said that a 4-2 dunk what? My nigga. You said that wasn't letting niggas in? Was it slapping like that? Like, was it some behind the scenes shit, or was it like a nigga coming back there? Somebody must have got their ass beat. Damn, ain't nobody performing nothing? That's fucked up. Why can't Osiris? I'm about to say, why can't Osiris? I'm about to say, my boy still out here making money. I'm trying to tell you. fuck do I not have on there? Damn, this motherfucker did not help me out at all.
My work here is not done.
Why did you try running two? Instead, I say, shut up. But we were surprised that we were jumping here and introduced to the game. But I think we put in something to ourselves. I am man. Just the people that kept playing here. Okay, at this point, let's not get that was a time back on the street. This time, I don't know, my people don't have my but you're kidding. You don't have to hop off with single buzz and our first opponent is a new lineup. And all you really, I'll give you action.
Boy, goddamn! You just know how to move. That nigga said, job dead gorgeous, but my bitch is hella gorgeous, nigga. That Namor nigga is a fucking bitch. Keep running.
I won't make the same mistakes again.
You know what? Sometimes you just know when you're throwing the white towel. And if you keep yourself, I don't think anybody's going to want to play this game. So it's time for us to go for it. We're getting this.
Clear the way side.
Taking on this game. I think Josh will take it.
Triple KO about that shit? Yes, sir. Oh shit, I done took out like most of them motherfuckers. It should be good. Finally, that bitch is dead.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
There's another one down.
Feeling stronger.
Get your ass out of here. I might have won up MVP. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wow. Oh, shout out to you. Good shit, brother.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not
It'd be
judging.
a good game when I can get things started with a poster. And if you guys got me hitting 3-2, oh yeah, it's time to pack the bags. And this game was by far the easiest breaker we had the entire run, and that, my friends, is going to get us another 2.8K added to the total. And with a little over 7K VC in the wallet, I'm going to up my strength to finally get physical enforcer and strong handlebar bronze. With back-to-back wins, we are feeling unstoppable right now. And this 7-game win streak is going to feel like a walk in the park. Okay, no biggie. You know, that just means we got to spin the block again. Man, I'm not losing 3 times in a row again. We have come so damn close. Alright, I'm going to stop messing with y'all with these fake outs. But man, we did not win another streak the entire run. We played 4 more games and did not get squat. Unfortunately, this is what we started doing. To clear my head a bit, I hopped into the mic career because you guys are telling me that the Gold Skills Challenges pay a buttload of VC for competing in them. And I had to check it out for myself. And lo and behold, you guys were absolutely right again. 2K is giving me 10,000 VC just for scoring points with the Gold Skills activated. Man, it really feels like I'm learning a new VC method every time I put up the game. I did play another game to further the progress of my Gold Skills. With 15,000 in the bank, I'm going to max out my strength to a 73, getting brick wall, movable enforcer, and strong handle, and that's going to jump me up to an 88 overall. Hitting that micro fatigue, I had to hop into the race because our crew challenge said we needed to win 20 games by 10 plus points. So as the team leader, I had to put my hours in, and I didn't know if this was because of my max out strength or what, but I played the best game of race in my career. I'm honestly finding it hard to come up with words to yap about more because I really want to show you guys this masterclass performance I put on here. But at the end of the game, they walked 33 points and a 40-point win, getting player of the half and player of the game, getting me 1,400 DC. And looking at the stats of the game, feels good. I ended up unlocking my max plus 1, which is going to put my lightning launch to gold. And with a performance like that, it's the serial not coming back. And once again, I don't know if tonight was just my lucky night, or we got the best server imaginable for the situation. And once again, I'm putting on the show, even getting player of the half. Wasn't quite the masterclass performance that I put on last game, but it was still a solid game for the getting a huge win is 1,400 DC. And with us only needing to finish one more red game of this challenge, it was time to put BTA part 3. Yeah, let me just stop on here. It's a little funny that they gave Lucky hit 7,000 VC on the dot, and with that, I'm going to finally max out my pass accuracy. And after playing another micro game out of procrastination, it was time to get back to what this video was all about. We did end up pushing the lineup again for this go round, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We got our ass beat over and over again. This is the main reason why I said 99.
Damn, boy, they got that shit guarded.
It got fully benefit from it. Because if you don't have a good, solid lineup that works against some of the better in the game, then this is just a feature you will more than likely overlook. And even if your current build isn't meta friendly, I would highly recommend getting 1-2 friends together to cook up a really good lineup, because you could be missing out on hundreds of thousands of VC. Okay, maybe not that much, but maybe tens of thousands of VC. But all that to say, this lineup right here, damn near made me end this video early. To stop myself from getting off the game, I went back into the bracket in the hopes of getting this last game, so we can collect our 5,000 VC from the scoreboard. In this game, I really didn't do much on the scoring end, but I for damn sure was a facilitator, getting 25 assists in a murder of a win. But at least we finished off our chapter. But now with 9,000 VC in the bank, I'm going to finally max out my driver gun, and that's going to get me to an 89 overall. And after playing one more red game, because why not, I knew I couldn't hide from the Street Breaker for much longer. If I'm playing the chance at actually breaking streaks again, I needed to run with the lineup that gave me the confidence to start this challenge in the first place. That's right, me, Josh, and Peter back at it, and we're taking on this new 6-game win streak to get things started. I don't know what it was, but the portal from running with the OG lineup gave my guys superpowers, and it could not be stopped in the paint by any. Even though this game came down to the wire with a score of 19-18, we got Josh and Monty Keys and let them go to work. And just like that, boy, or 4% girls, we are back in the winning season. And it's not going to stop there, because we are stepping up to a 9 game. And even though we were blowing ourselves out of a deficit in the beginning of this game, near the end, that boy Josh punched up to get us off 19 points. And after a few back and forth inside baskets, we knew we had to be the ones to push us to the top. And with the score sitting at 21-22, we got Josh to rock at the top of the key and told him to do what he does best. And that, my friends, is why having a solid lineup for Street Breakers is the key for becoming a VC millionaire or thousand. For the life of me, I wanted to keep running Street Breakers on my last game before upgrading to a 90 overall, but I really wanted to end on a high note, and plus there are so many people for the party, you're kind of forced to pop into a red game. And even though I didn't do much of anything in this last one, it was all I needed to hit starter 1. And it gave me enough VC to finally get my player to a 90 overall. And the thing of the goal of today's video is proving that breaking shit apart is the best VC engine 2K has ever added into the game. I have been on a journey to become a VC every master in hopes of going from a 69 overall without spending any money. But there is one VC that divides more that is the best in the game with the possibility of getting 1,000+ VC. But I can't take full advantage of this skill right now. And that, my friend, and the reason it's taking me so long is because that game mode is a little intimidating for an player. I mean, last time I played here, I was a 75 overall with little to no badges. My teammates would barely get me involved. Not to mention, it is the only game mode that requires you to have a squad with no matchmaking. So you just jump off the game and see if your first matchmate is number 1 team in the nation. It's so intimidating that from a 91 overall, I was playing everything in this game but Throwdown. You know how easy it is to be the player. I know the way you catch this with a pitch with hole, but surprisingly, you were actually catching the good. So it wasn't a little bit better than I thought. And even though it wasn't the best method, it still doesn't max up my mid range. I was stalling so hard that I even went back into the red, hoping to max out on the VC, getting player of the game. And of course, that didn't happen. But at least I maxed out my free throws and took 3 kind of breaks on my guard stuff. The only stalls from the throwing, I got my workout warrior and even tried to do this, thinking that it got better from the last time. I was wrong. With my bell look at getting VC, I guess that means it's time. With the NBA Cup, yes sir. Alright, maybe now that I'm a 91 overall and have been grinding my ass off, that streaming their pro-ups can become the VC that I always want to be and allow me to take that final mantle of becoming the VC and this match. And to prove it, I'm casting myself with going from a 91 to a 95 overall, primarily playing the pro-ups. I can get players of the game 5 times in this video. It will be a special surprise for you guys. I want to watch the whole video. I'm available. might want to consider. But before we get into that, man, take a look at that stuff. We are sitting at 45,000 subscribers. And we are only 5,000 subscribers away from getting like end of the year goal of 50,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit that sub button because you guys, plus 4% girls, are my motivation to keep posting every week. So let's get it started. Getting it started, I could have sworn our record was way worse than this, so those 2 losses must have been horrible. But the lineup we're starting with is me on my 6-8 playing DG, doing on Ron and Josh on the 7. We're going to try to go as better as possible. This is a great one of the journey. I have to get in there with Josh and 7-4. Allow me to rack up 4-6, but I was keeping so on this game. I did my favorite move of the game, that the ISO bucket limit. I have got it very here, but hey, it's the first game of the day, so a long road ahead of us. I got to ease into it. But already, the BC count is looking way better than the last time I was in here. Up next, we have a team that's only lost 3 times, but I swear you couldn't tell in this one at all. In fact, we didn't even let them touch double digits. At this point, I'm thoroughly surprised how well we're doing so far. I'm just hoping sooner rather than later, I start contributing more than I have for my team if I want any chance of getting 5 player of the game. Apparently, the competition is just going to get better with every game as we win against a team that only lost twice. And even though I told myself I was going to contribute more for my team, they are going to continue to only have 2 losses on their record. Also, a ton of you have been asking me for the jumper, so here it is. I haven't changed it at all since episode 1, and I haven't had any problems with it. My crew also hit level 23, meaning I get tier 2 max +1, and my +1 are looking elite right now. I'm also running a new lineup with a 6'6 guard and Plasma on his 7'4". I just hope they're elite enough to go against a diamond ranked team who also has a maxed out crew. But you know what? Diamond rank, Schmeiman rank, just because these guys have been living in the pro-am doesn't mean you can count us. Well, let's not act like we didn't see that coming. Maybe we can redeem ourselves against a team that's only played 2 games. And of course, to make it better, both teams had the same damn colors on. But maybe this sensory overload is what I needed to finally come out of my shell and show that I deserve to be player of the game. These guys were definitely not going to let this game be easy, and with Plasma getting this dunk to tie the game at 19, on defense, I didn't trust my guy to hit the game winner, so I pulled his home card, and he choked in the clutch. And on the other end, we're going to find Plasma wide open in the corner, and that's going to be a dub. But the real question is, was this enough to get player of the game? Of course not. But at least we're showing signs of improvement. The next game might be the first team we come across with a negative record, but in 2K, you really cannot judge a book by its cover. Lucky for me, the confidence I was feeling from the last game carried over into this one. Those cap breakers are really showing out, and don't think just because I'm turned into running Duckman, I can't hit a jumper. This game was really close all the way to the end, but man, I can really taste that player of the game. All we had to do was finish it out. But unfortunately, my team has never been taught how to do a proper rotation, apparently. Leaving the guy to the top of the key wide open, and that just killed my first player of the game of the video. After a devastating loss, you wouldn't know what I was praying not to see the next one, another damn diamond race game. But don't worry, they took care of us nice and quick to not make the pain feel as bad. We need to start turning stuff around because this record is inching towards looking like crap. And luckily in the next one, we understood the assignment and capitalized on it too. Finally getting us back on the win again. Hopefully this means the start of a high win streak. Me and my big. But with the BC I've accumulated, I'm going to max out my speed to an 85, and maybe speed was all I needed in my life because this game I had an absolute takeover on the offensive end. I don't think these guys have a true center over their team, leaving the paint wide open on nearly every possession. Now somehow, even though it felt like we were the ones giving BTA, they found a way to keep this game close. And without a Josh in sight, it was my time to show that I can clutch up with the team and put the game away. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the first player of the game of the video, meaning I only need to get it 4 more times. And oh boy, does that BC count look amazing. You want to know how 2K decided to reward me for an all-star level performance? By putting me up against a platinum ranked team. Thanks, 2K. But as you guys saw by that record, they were all barking no buddy. And I truly don't know how a team so trash can be considered platinum ranked, but we're going to walk away with the win, and there are no complaints on my end. Oh my god, how many times am I going to see this exact logo today? I'm damn near making it my mission to take down anyone with that picture for a team logo, because there is no way all of y'all have the exact same idea. And even though this team was going ranked, my anger from seeing that same logo carried us into the win column. Next up, we're going against some 15-year-olds who eat their ass whooped. So in true Unk fashion, I had to show these guys the old school style of basketball, putting my foot around any chance I got. And Plasma's going to end this game off, killing any chance that these guys have. I'm also not really an Unk on these 22, but I digress. We got another mid-team, or so I thought, because we were actually down to start this one off, but through sheer willpower, we clawed our way back into it. Unfortunately, my ankles didn't want to finish this game off, allowing them to tie it up at 19. But my boy Hectic is in a fine open space and dunking home for the win. You know, I preach heavy about keeping that mental health in check, and that means switching things up every now and then to not burn out. Which is why I went to play my career game real quick. And with 6K in the bank, I'm going to put my standing up to a 40 to finally get some of these innovations. And now I'm a 92 overall. That last game got our record looking really nice, so let's hope we can keep this ball rolling. You know what? That just might be enough gaming for the day. Hey, wake up! Hey! A new day means a fresh lineup, bringing back Josh and Zuman, so hopefully we can finally start streaking up in here. And boy, this lineup just has a different feel. Maybe because I ran the point, or maybe Josh is back. Either way, I was feeling good about this one. Okay, yeah, I gotta start, like, knocking on wood before I talk, because it's basically a curse at this point. But apparently I'm cursed in reverse, because after that L, he turned into the 2016 Warriors and went on a tear. I played a lot of previous pro-ams, but I've never gone on a streak like this. Unfortunately, most of the wins we got were because Josh was putting the whole squad on his back, which is great, except the video is supposed to prove that I'm a valuable player, not Josh. And so far, I've only gotten one player of the game. And like I've said in past episodes, I'd rather win and chuck up nonsense shots, but man, it has to be my time soon, right? Well, it turns out, next game, I was matched up with a guard who couldn't play a lick of defense to save his my player's life. Bro was sliding around like he had butter on his controller, so I moved past him every play. And yeah, some of my plays came with a little selfish, but hey, if the scoreboard says I'm in, I don't feel bad. And I got my second player of the game. Feels good, man. And looking at the bag I stacked up, I'm sitting with almost 15,000 BC. And I decided to cash it out on defensive rebound, and now I am officially at 93 overall. After hours of sitting with Pro-Am, I was starting to see the threes boards in my sleep. So from 93 to 94 overall, I decided to go back to the rec to chase another player of the game. Same payout, but just a new scenery. At first, it was promising. I was drilling my way into the paint, snagging player of the half, but second half, me straight up disappeared like I had curved. Still played decent, just not enough for player of the game. That became the theme for the next couple games too. Solid performances, just no friends. Then we got that game. I started off with back-to-back threes, and from that point on, it was like the defense just gave up. The paint was wide open, I was getting easy buckets, and I snagged player of the half again. But this time, I didn't choke it away. I kept my foot on the gas and ended up with 25 points and 9 assists, getting that player of the game secured. That's 3 on the day, and all the confidence I needed to go back into the pro-am. My VC went straight into close shot, and now I am a 94 overall.
The snack that punches above its weight. 5 grams of protein. Maybe though, the fun kind of good. TurboTax locations are now open in your neighborhood. So, hand out your taxes to an expert today. Now local experts do your taxes with 100% accuracy. Add a little move action like to make 2 days for 8 hours a week. Add them. That's free. All this shit will represent this royal method. So press the code.
Think about it.
Can't separate the promise of AI from the peril of AI. I think if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong. I saw these challenges every single time. Taking AI as seriously as ever before.
We have to come together.
Time to lock in. 1 more overall. And 3 more player of the games again. Step 1, new drink. We pulled out the custom black jerseys and instantly felt the energy difference. The lineup was me at the guard, Peter at 7-4, and honestly, those jerseys made me feel unstoppable. The first game in them, I grabbed my third player of the game in over 1,000 VC. But since I'm one of 2K's biggest soldiers, of course 2K's response was to throw us against a platinum-ranked team next. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. I really appreciate that. Thankfully, the next matchup was against a team that looked like they accidentally pressed the queue up. I had to greenlight the whole game, and this ISO lose to ended still player of the game number 4. All I needed was one more. Next up, we face a squad that has only lost 4 games, and it showed. They were cooking us early, but little by little, we clawed back into it, tying it at 19. All we needed was one stop, but our defense had other plans. Bad rotations left the dude wide open, and he drilled the dagger 3. Dang. So to break the curse, I went into the last and dropped a new court design. First game on it, I went federal. Dunk after dunk after dunk. I could have scored every point if I wanted to, but hey, I shared the ball this time. And still, it was more than enough for player of the game number 5. And that means the surprise I promised is on lock. A lot of you have been saying that you can't even afford to get 2K26, so I'm giving away a free copy on PlayStation or Xbox. All you gotta do is make sure you subscribe and drop a comment telling me your favorite 2K and why, and I'll pick a winner in the last episode of the series. With the giveaway locked in, it was officially time to hit 95 overall. And boy, did we get the easiest matchup of the day. These guys had the ugliest court I've ever seen in my life, and out of respect for my eyes, we ended that game as quick as possible. Next game, I was in full takeover mode, scoring at will, and oh look, another player of the game. It's 6 total. And at this point, I can finally say I've conquered Series Pro-Am for the second year in a row, meaning that I am now the master of all BC men, unless I missed them, but you guys can let me know in the comments if I did. But Pro-Am is easily the best BC method in the game. Street Ranger is still up there too, but you waste so much time in the park waiting on games and put in the block when you lose. At least in Pro-Am, you'll face sweat sometimes, but you'll also catch some random little Timmys who have no business being on the court, and you can just keep playing it over and over and over again without having to wait very long. And now sitting with 15,000 VC, I maxed out my post shot and officially hit 95 overall. And with one episode left in the series, I need y'all to go crazy for it. Let's hit 1.5K like if you want to get the challenge. Guys, we are officially in the end game where we will be getting 4 more overalls to hit 99. And it's time to take every BC method that I've learned thus far and put them in action. Doing whatever I can to make as much BC as possible and finally put this series to rest. And the first thing we're going to do as a 95 overall is take our ass right back center into the Pro-Am court. Even though the runs are magnificent, I told myself I wanted to at least finish one season of my career before the season ended, so I hopped in there and hit my final 16 game. Playing the first one against the Lakers and getting 11 wicked BC for that game. But I cannot lie, it only takes one game of my career for the team to hit me like a bag of bricks. So, me and Josh went into the park in the hopes of running up some quick BC with 300. Unfortunately, we haven't ever ran with this guy, and on top of that, we severely underestimated our opponent. Even though we lost, you guys should know by now, we're not willing to back down from the challenge, even though the possibility of winning looks bleak. We still ended up losing, but we back with our dignity still intact. When Street Rager's not looking like the move right now, maybe it's only one point in the theater to be my team. Wrong. But there is one mode that has yet to let me down long term, and that is the wreck. I don't know what it is about the wreck this year, but sometimes I feel like I can stay in here all day. Hell, I even have a 70 infantry in here. But this will occupy a good chunk of my playtime right now, or even decent chunk of change to go along with it. And my crew is up to level 24, and I just found out that you have all the infantry to move over to 30. I was pretty much rushing for no reason. And if you watch when I said that every way to make BC in 2K26, you know that I said I would never go back to the Proving Ground, but now that I am a 95 overall, I have changed. Yeah, that's going to take up to that mode for the remainder of the series, but afterwards, take a look at the all
They snug.
So all I did was one day mode and really done all the time. I just know it's paying out right now. I was wrong. Well, back to that mode that can do no wrong in my eyes. Things were going well for me in this red game, but it actually came down to the last possession of the game, with us down 1 point with 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Inbounding the ball to our leading scorer. How could it be to steal the game? Ah, damn. Well, that's 25 minutes of my life I will never get back. But I refuse to end my wreck run on a loss. Also because it's my happy place. And this game was a complete 360 from that last one, with us winning by 34 points, and my peace and tranquility has been restored. Of course, we had to run another one back. I mean, it's only right. The series in here is tied 1-1, and we gotta come out on top. And in smooth fashion, that's exactly what we did. This game is either going to back out my high points, and I do not have any more restrictions for hitting that 99 overall. You know, besides the VC amount in my wallet. But to get to 99 overall, I'm going to need 30,000 VC, which isn't a small number by any means. But if I keep it up at this rate, I shouldn't have a problem seeing that 99 overall back. I would go on to pretty much live in the red for the rest of my night because it's not losing. In the last one before I got off the game, I even got player of the game. And you know what? This game really messes with me. I can really look like a top 1% player on the team. And with 11,000 in the bank, I'm going to max out my interior defense, and that's going to unlock for our paper. So one of my casual subs wanted to run a game with me, so why not take him to the street breaker with me and Josh? Although we were just here not too long ago, maybe that upgrade to my interior defense can give us the help that we were looking for. Or so I thought. Because what we actually needed was better perimeter defense. With this team shooting the lights out and shooting any chance we had of taking the win. We didn't want to give up here though, but we didn't feel like trying to block on these guys, so we ended up finding a 5K PC court with our name on it. And for a split moment here, it really felt like we had a chance to take the win streak down. I was even able to get us up 20-19, but the last thing we needed to do was make sure they don't get a 3. You know, I am not feeling so happy about playing 2K right now, so hopefully my happy place in the rep can rejuvenate my will to keep playing this game. If not, that's what I get for running rec without Josh on the team. I mean, I was pretty much asking to lose that one. I gotta give Rec a fair chance here and get right off just like that. And in this new one, I was super for it. But I don't know what it is about Rec game coming down to the last shot right now. And I don't know what it is about my team sitting in the bed when it comes to defensive rotation. But I'm going to take a little break. Okay.
6.5 hours later.
Alright. Hopefully I can muster the strength to keep this challenge flowing with me heading back to the 33 program. And at least they gave me an easy one to start it off with. I'm even trying to bring back my passenger off step done. But we were in here for a while, and this might be one of the longest win streaks I've ever had playing 3 weeks in Pro-Am. So I don't know who is out here making the matchups for Pro-Am, but all I gotta say is thank you. When they change the pocket, I'm gonna put that towards my skill rating. That's gonna get me to a 97 overall. I can almost smell it. And as you guys saw, Josh has to leave. I'm not ready to enter back into the rec society yet, so that means it's time to play a couple of mics for a T game. But that's about all the mics for I can take right now. And I really want to go back to the Pro-Am, but someone must have overheard me talking about how well I was doing it here, because we got matched up with some pump, leaving me to cry in the corner because I thought I could stay here to the end of the series, but I guess I was wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see me rejoining the rec anytime soon, and I want to make some quick VC, so that means it's time to do some more street hunting, this time with my boy Clef. And we found a healthy 2,500 14 rate on, and in this game, it really felt like we were going to run away with it. This was by far my best performance playing Street Breaker, where we had it damn near every point for my team. Going up for a flaming plasma for his last play. He did end up lagging out of the game towards the end, so when his guy decided to help all the way over, leaving his guy wide open in the corner to hit the game-winning shot, it wasn't his fault, but still heartbreaking nonetheless. And because Plasma PS5 decided to give up on him, I had the crazy idea of trying Street Breakers on the News Court Josh. How can I call myself the master of all PC methods if I'm too scared to describe the News Court now? And to make things even better, we were also playing the MVP of the park. And getting into it, like I said, I never really played on the News Court, but I never imagined that I was going against an actual Zenith. Now, I haven't come across too many guys who I feel suspicious of, but you can look at this footage and tell me this guy is playing legitimately. I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments if I'm bugging, but it doesn't feel right to me, and I was ready to just call this game an L and keep my day moving, but the big ended up stepping out of bounds, giving us a chance on the offensive end, and we saw this as an opportunity of a lifetime. Not only was this court worth 5,000 VC, but with him also being the first MVP, we were supposed to get 5 times VC. So in our head at the time, it really looked like this game was worth 25,000 VC. With that much on the line, there is no way we could get that ball up. And even when Josh missed his jumper, this play right here shows why it is imperative for your guards to have at least a little rebound. And my Hall of Fame finishing badges are really putting in work. You can tell these guys that probably never have to play defense during this streak. The guard literally is not allowed to miss. And this game meant so much more than the VC on the line. If I won this game, it was for every nobody 10 players out there who would never dream of stepping on the Jews court against the MVP of the park, let alone the center. And with 1 bucket left to seal the game, I'm going to drop it off to Josh, and he's going to bang for the win. Let's fucking go. And that was probably the best game of this entire 60-99 series, with me even getting player of the game. And something we wouldn't find out until this moment, but that 5 times VC doesn't actually apply to the street breaker, so there is no 25,000 VC, but 6.9K still helps out a lot nonetheless. I'm definitely not going to be stepping back on the Jews court anytime soon, but that gave me the confidence to keep it pushing in here, and I guess Plasma thinks it's PS5, so back to the 3 court we go. And this one also came down to the final possession, but I'm going to lay it in to finish the game off, and that's going to be 2.8K added to the wall. And with me only needing 6,000 VC and 99 overall, I wanted to get this done as quick as possible, but I still wanted to get my season at my first before I ended. So after getting my daily VC, doing these daily quests in the open run, Gatorade facility, and even street games, I'm back in the Bucks uniform. But this time I actually decided to do the All-Star Weekend, playing the 3-point contest, and I couldn't tell you the last time I played it here, probably 2K13 if I remember correctly, but I'm going to take the win. I'm even in the dunk contest this year, and the last time I played a dunk contest for 2K was when it felt like a guitar hero situation. But that's how they did it this year, even though I don't think I could have lost. I'll try. But it was time to play the last 2 games of the season, and we got through those for free. And end off the regular season, I won the MVP in my first year, and it's still taking over this year. On top of that, I keep getting level 40 for the first time ever, earning myself under the camera. And ladies and gentlemen, with 27,000 VC in the day, the month-long series is finally coming to an end. Maxing out my skill to a 60, and my post control to a 51, and with a total of 117 hours played in NBA 2K26, I have now officially gone from 60 to 99 overall without spending money, and I couldn't have done it without all the support from you guys along the way. So if you got any, and I mean any enjoyment from this series whatsoever, please leave a like on the video, and if you're in here since the very so that I can level 40 for the first time ever, earning myself under the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, with 27,000 VC in the day, the month-long series is finally coming to an end. Maxing out my skill to a 60, and my post control to a 51, and with a total of 117 hours played in 2K26, I have now officially gone from 99 overall without spending money. And I couldn't have done it without all the support from you guys along the way. So if you got any, and I mean any enjoyment from this series whatsoever, please leave a like on the video. And if you have been here since the very first episode, make sure you comment OG down below in the comments. Until the next series, I'll see you guys later. I was going to 26 out, and I'm honestly really So I have to figure out for myself. He can go 16.99 and more college football. And I think this year they actually made it possible. So it's my first time to really love the game itself, and I think it's not close to the game. Never been a healthy thing. We got a front three with a row. You already know we got to be playing on that high. Same thing that you got on the football with the league. For a lot of people don't know the exact same overall as last year. The league starts off in the 70 pounds, so yes, this is still a 16.99 overall count. But what college football did different this year is that depending on how well you do in high school, you can turn that 65 concept into a 5-star and start your college career all the way at a 79 overall. So you guys already know we got to go with that underdog. But I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. Start with you and it's either be a pocket during backfield creator or pure runner. And instead of being a pure runner like I was going to, I'm actually going to go with a backfield creator so you can actually get a lot more stats than every other. Now we're going ahead and get to the builder and see if I can make myself in college football. If it's anything like last year, God help me. This is the face I'm going to work with, and I capture it like this. The best I can do. Probably not. We're going to go with and this is going to be the official build of the year. This I gave the terms.
Alright, but I got one more.
3 pounds, backfield creating QB. We are starting off as a 2-star prospect, ranked 2,909 nationally, 82 in the state, and 193 in our position. So safe to say, we are a high D2 prospect here. These are going to be my top 10 teams on my recruiting board. I got some really high level tiers here, so I'm expecting big things. But if I absolutely shit the bed in high school, we always got the University of Memphis to fall back on. Now, looks like we're going against a top-ranked safety in the state using ball hawks, so hopefully we do not throw any picks in this game. In high school, there are challenges that you can complete when I can impress these colleges and hopefully up my rank. And there he is, big guy games inside, walking his way into the stadium. The first challenge I have is the setup where I can't allow the safety to get an interception, and I must complete a play action pass for 2 yards. And it's safe to say I am very rusty in playing any type of football game. Oh, that was a bad pass. Shit. Don't get that. Oh, God. At least this game allows you to retry challenges to a certain extent, but not all of them, which you guys will see later. The second attempt didn't go any better either, but maybe the third time's the charm. Oh, line? Help me. And on segment 12, I'm rolling out, finding square downfield to complete this play action pass. I was a little concerned I wasn't going to get that. Let's go. On 3rd and 12, I wasn't able to get the first down, but at least that means I didn't get the ball intercepted. So I ended up completing both challenges. Next challenge is to lead the offense in the field goal range and throw a pass to touchdown. On 1st down, I was able to reach field goal range pretty easy, finding my running back. The pass and touchdown objective really didn't seem like it was possible, but on 3rd and 10 here, I guess miracles can't come true.
3, 2,
He catch that shit? He caught it? Oh, you're going, bro. You're going, bro. Let's go. Wow. Next up, we have mobile dealing as a challenge. And this is very short-lived due to me getting sacked, and I was not able to reach across the challenge. So I have no choice but to move on and keep the drive alive. Where I need to convert the first down by passing on the run and not allowing the safety to get intercepted. I was really desperate to get this challenge done on 4th down, and luckily Circle was able to break away just enough to run the dot. Even though I can complete this last objective without touching a hiccup, I still want to lose this game. But something tells me my teammates have some type of money on this game.
chaos always prevails.
Bro! It's so bad! One last ditch effort to convert on 4th down, I ended up tossing it all the way downfield for some reason, and of course that's the completion. So I did complete the moment, but damn, we are getting off of the 2-star program. Something about really want to go to games. At least we're moving up the ranks in every play. But on the outside looking in, I definitely look like a 2-star QB. I thought getting to that 5-star prospect was going to be easy. I was severely mistaken. You don't want to study the college entrance exams? Yes, I am a 2-star. I be all this studying I can get. What are you talking about? So Memphis wants to see something special this week to consider having me. If I'm being honest with you guys, it's kind of a little disheartening that I have to show out for this. But hey, it is what it is. The second game against Nolan Field, I'm hoping to turn my season around. Starting with completing the pass on the run objective, or so I thought. Thank you! There wasn't on the run? Oh, what? But at least I was able to complete on the second attempt, even though I did the exact same thing. Now only needing to not get sacked to complete the objective, I'm going to show off my running ability a bit because he can move when he needs to. On third down though, they leave triangle wide open down the middle of the field, and that's going to be my first touchdown. And that really helped my game take forward. Now it's time to impress Memphis, getting a passing touchdown. I'm finding triangle wide open again on damn near the same play to get us downfield. And on the next play, I'm letting that motherfucker fly. I'm throwing it. I don't care. Memphis, let it fly. Let it fly. Let it fly. Go. Shut that tackle. No. Oh, yeah, triangle wide open. That's a throwing touchdown, baby. Memphis, let it fly. This second game is going way better already. Now onto the end zone escape, where I must complete a shotgun pass for a first down and complete passes for 30+ yards. I was able to complete the shotgun first down pretty easy, and on the very next play, Triangle makes a clutch catch to get me the 30-yard gain. Making our way to the goal line, our running back is going to get us in for a touchdown. That's what I like to see. 900 takes for there. Done deal. Get a first down and get 3 first downs. I can definitely get you 3 first downs, coach. Don't even worry about all that. Ooh, fuck, I thought I... What? Oh, that's it? I don't get to do that? Oh, what? Well, that sucks. I was doing so good up until that last play. Might have ended the game bad, but that was enough for Memphis to give me a full offer. But we still have a way to go before we're even considering 3-star. I'm going to homecoming, bro. I gotta get in that damn practice facility, bro. So a damn 2-star out here. I'll be straight to the next game, and we really gotta turn something around. But this game is already pissing me off on the first down. Juke! Juke! Oh, we juked his ass! We juked him! He fell to the ground! It didn't count as a juke? Unfortunately, I never got my juke on this drive, but at least I was able to do it. This next objective should be easy with me getting another first down with scrambles and converting the first down on the run. On 2nd and 10, I'm finding some open field and doing a little more than just getting the first down. And with 2nd and inches, I'm able to knock out next objective right as I was about to get set. On 2nd and 3rd, I'm finding my guy Triangle wide open as he's going to get it in for us. For the last objective, all I need to do is score a touchdown. And all it took was just one play. Finally, we can end the game on a positive note for us. Jesus. We're getting some better offers from teams, but still in that 2-star range. But we are so close to hitting that 3-star mark. Still not a 3-star after that? Really? We really need to hit every damn challenge this game. Starting with the bait switch, and honestly, I don't think I've ever used a pump fake feature in football game. And surprisingly, it worked out way better than I thought. That has actually worked? What the hell? Oh my god, he's still on his feet? Yo! Who is this dude? What? Bro, dude was moving. Shit, I'm about to start pumping more often. Throw a lob pass or a touchdown, but barely captured. Come on, get there. That counted? Thank you. Okay, that counted for a lob pass. I was about to get pissed off at that. Pass for 25+ total yards on the run. Pass for 40 yards outside the pocket. Come on. Oh, he caught it. Thank you. On the run. Wide open. If you could stay in bounds, that would have been a touchdown, but I'll take it. I completed both my objectives. Again, even though it's not a challenge. He's so wide open. He's just so wide open, I had to do it again. Then we caught that 3-star line. So we're at least a 67 overall. Next, we have the ice and base objective where I need to get up to the field goal range. It was looking into a scenario on 4th down, but I found my running back and he was able to get us right in the field goal range. On the goal line, I'm taking down. I'm finding my running back again to complete the objective. That's how you end the game off nice. Finally getting some 3-star prospects out here. Ball State, Clemson, Hawaii, Miami, Tulane. I was doing so well that UNC gave me a scholarship boost, trying their hardest to get me to come. But my coach wants me to cut the list down to my top 3. But I at least want to finish my season off before I make any decisions, because you never know who could be knocking at the door. Game so fast, man. High school was like a blur. And my senior night is literally our last push to get into a 4-star prospect. Started the game with a role model where I have to complete a successful audible. I use audibles on damn near every play, so this challenge wasn't hard at all. Now we gotta do the score. The easy part. Which is the easy part. The squirt out here, making big plays, lead offense in the field goal range, and score a touchdown. You know, this play on first and 10 made me realize we have another D1 prospect. On circle. Oh my God! Oh, you're going to the lead. I don't know who you are, but you're going to the lead. All right, avoid a fourth down and lead offense across midfield. I think I'm able to call it audible. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, shit. Come on. Oh, that might be a touchdown. That might be that touchdown for us. That might be that touchdown for us. Let's go, man. What a way to do it. Oh, my God. We just crossed the 4-star line. Yo, I was not expecting us to do this game. You know we got to do this last play here and just score a touchdown. And that's easy for us. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh. We're going to get the touchdown, though. Look at me, I'm hyped up. That's the way to end off your season, man. If I didn't have such a shitty first game, I might have been able to reach that 5-star line. Look at that. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Oregon, Tennessee. Bro, we jumped up so much that game. That's crazy. I'm glad I didn't do my top 3 just yet. Bro, we got an offer from every team on our top 10 list. So our 3 teams are going to be Clemson, University of Memphis, Tennessee. What's crazy is Clemson and Tennessee want me to already be QB1 while Memphis doesn't. Are we going to go to hometown Memphis, or am I going to submit to Clemson and be QB1? Are we going to take our talent to the University of Memphis? Hold on. Are we going to do it? Nah, man. Throw that shit out, bro. I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. If I got a chance to be a 2-star prospect, 60 overall, able to be a starting QB for Clemson? Are you crazy? I would be stupid not to go for that. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's right, boys. We are part of the Clemson Tigers. We run away from a 2-star, 60 overall, up to a 4-star. That's the way to do it. Before I start my first year, I have to teach this because they're going to be playing some high-level competition. I want to put headstrong. This hot receiver. Let's see what overall is going to be at the start off on college school. Off the school trophy. Bro, we're at 81 overall. Oh, I might be able to do it freshman year. Some of the skill points I really can't go off of.
Let's go. GG. Now you got working on more social media. Okay.